Welcome to September.
7th.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Rides with the Richies. I had to get a little pre-funk in there. It's November 4th, Tuesday. We have some special guests with us, the Swifts. Let's go.
Swifties.
Melissa's going to introduce them.
No, they're not related to Taylor Swift.
They could be.
She's our cousin.
Just in case you guys are curious about that. Yes, we have the Swifts with us today, and we love them. They are a couple that lives in our neighborhood.
Down there.
Sorry, I can hold it down here. You don't want to hear my voice! Just kidding. And we are going to Walmart and PriceSmart because we need groceries. And we've been wanting to have them on the podcast for a while, and car ride. Yeah, but this is not a podcast. We're not that intelligent and smart.
It could be a podcast.
But they have their own YouTube channel called Coffee with the Swifts, and I will let them tell you why they chose that. But first, let's hear a little bit about them. So, guys, tell us, where are you from? What did you do before coming here? What are you going to do here? And all the other questions that I might have later.
So I'm Rachel, and this is
Josh.
hello. Sorry, what was the question?
Where are you from?
We're from Michigan,
What did you do before you
in the
came?
north of the America.
The Americans.
I was a preschool teacher for a little over 3 years in a small town, and yeah, so I taught at a small Christian school there. And Josh?
I worked in the commercial industry, working on commercials and doc-style content. Did a lot of filmmaking over the last 10 years. And the last 3 years that we've been married, we were living in a small town in Michigan called Ludington, and we felt God's kind of pull towards missions in the past couple of years. I mean, we met in Guatemala, so missions has always been kind of a part of our lives. I was a missionary kid. Rachel kind of grew up working at a camp that really focused on missional work, and so we all both had kind of a missional background, and then we met on the mission field in Guatemala, and then felt God's pull towards missions in the last couple of years. And so we began support raising last year and kind of got that launched, and we're here to serve in Costa Rica for a year. Potentially longer. The Richies
We're praying for that.
tell us daily that they are praying that we stay.
Careful, we have a lot of awesome partners, and we can sick them on you, and we can be like, hey, fast for this, we need your prayers for this.
Oh no. So we might get stuck here in Costa Rica. God's plans, not ours. So we're very open to where God's leading. But yeah, our main question was, what do we want to do before we have kids? And we really felt that God wanted us on the mission field. So I don't know if that was just a boost to get us to be long-termers, or if this is just one of the chapters in our story. But yeah, so I am going to be serving with a seminary here. I'm going to be developing a video department with them. They are an online seminary that's reaching the Latin American world, and specifically the Spanish-speaking world. So they have been around since the early 2000s and were really innovative when they started, and they need some help in getting to that next level. And part of that is what I do, which is video. So I'm going to be helping develop that over the course of this year. Going to help train someone up and help them step into a leadership position there, and then they're going to carry it on. So the goal is to basically teach a man how to fish and help develop a video department with them, and then hand it off. So that's what I'm doing. And Rachel.
So I'll be helping Josh a little bit here and there with some of his projects. And then there's also a little Christian school connected to the language school that we're all a part of. It's called Sojourn, and so I'll be helping out in the preschool classrooms, just serving alongside the teachers there and doing whatever they need help with. So I'm really excited for that, and to get back into the classroom and help teach. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like working with kids already, just like working with kids helps your Spanish so much. You're already pretty good at Spanish. Rachel is pretty good at Spanish. Well, I feel like Josh is pretty good too.
Josh is better than me. Just kidding.
Well, it's cool that you guys had experience though. Like you guys were in Guatemala for like 3 months, right? Was it 3 months? Around?
Yeah, like 2 months.
Oh, okay, 2 months. And so you guys have some of that under your belt, but Josh and Rachel are they're here for a trimester, and so
in the language school.
The language school.
So we're graduating at the same time.
Yeah, we're all going to graduate in December. 25 more days.
Wow.
I've got
7 hours, 2 minutes.
kind of a funny story about how we met that just came to mind is Melissa and I and some other students that were here were in a coffee shop, Woods Coffee.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to those.
I forgot about how we met.
And then Rachel and Josh came walking in. We saw them walking up, and I was like thinking to myself, gringos who I don't know, like, who are these people? I got so curious about them because it's kind of a small gringo world in San Jose here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I wonder who they are.
Like,
and then it was the very next day we had graduation, and they showed up at graduation. I was like, hey, those are those same gringos that we just saw at the coffee shop. And so then I went and introduced myself, and the rest is history from there.
Yeah, it was just kind of funny.
It was a funny way to meet.
Yeah, we were like super intrigued when we saw them and had no idea who they were. And then they came to like a graduation at the language school. We're like, what? Who are they? We figured they probably were going to be students, but yeah, so that was kind of fun. But we're almost here to Walmart already. This is fast. This is 7 minutes, guys. This is good.
We'll make a part two on the way to.
Okay, Brian really wants to make a part two, but I was going to ask you guys a question. What is your favorite memory with us or of us? Sorry, I did not prepare you for this one, but I just, I want to, and it doesn't have to be like anything, you know, like, oh, this time, but just like, oh, just in general. I don't know.
One of my favorite memories was actually the first time that we hung out. You guys invited us over to your house, and I felt like we just connected super fast. And I don't know, I feel like, didn't we stay there like super late?
Oh, yeah. We went to your guys' midnight.
And then, so it was like midnight, so they dropped us off at our little tiny home that we were staying at.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And it was just
they have a very clean house, and
like pristine, like literally so clean.
And we are also people that like to have a clean space and like to, especially when we're hosting, we like to have a very clean environment. We were living out of a suitcase. We had literally been super late to getting to their house, so everything was a mess. There was literally food hanging out on our counters, and it was just probably the worst I've ever seen our house look. And it wasn't even our house, it was just bad. And so we're like, oh yeah, you should come check out our tiny house. And so they, like, their first impression of us was like probably the most like Rachel's family's never seen her house like that. And so like straight off the bat, we were like, they're either going to be like, those people are gross, we're never hanging out with them again, or we're going to be best friends.
Yeah, we were like, if they're true friends, they'll still want to hang out with us after seeing this.
And I remember too, because you guys WhatsApped us a voice message and you literally like apologize and you're like, we're so embarrassed, like genuinely embarrassed. And we and Brian were just laughing.
We spent the next 2 hours cleaning, even though it was midnight.
It was pretty messy, but we totally understand because our house or our apartment was super messy when we first got here too. And yeah, we literally did not even think twice about it, but we thought it was funny how concerned you guys were. But yeah, okay. Brian has something to say.
Yeah. But we are at Walmart, and I want everyone to know more about them. So we're going to go to Walmart, buy our groceries. We're going to come back and
Tune in for part
tune in for
two.
part 2 on Price Mart.
It's worth it.
Laters. We're back.
We're back.
And we're looking for explanations because they told us they were
Part
outside and then they were at the taco stand. Explain yourselves, please.
They took forever, and we said we want taco.
Show us the tacos. Oh, it's in the bag.
Yeah, what'd you
I
get?
thought they were open.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't.
It kind of looks like cat food,
Oh.
so I'm a little scared to eat it. So
Oh.
one
Kinda
thing,
poured it
That
out
looks
of,
good.
something.
it kind of smells like Fritos.
We don't make you guys hungry.
Might make you sick. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's either poison.
I think only Josh is gonna eat it, so if he gets food poisoned,
At least it's just one of us.
It's just one man down instead of
If
all
you
4 of us.
If you eat it and it doesn't make you sick, we know that taco places at Walmart are safe to eat. Because we were at
We were
Walmart.
testing it for the future
Yeah.
Walmart taco eaters.
Walmarts are nice here, okay, guys?
It's true.
It is true. Most people shop at Walmart. I will say one thing that's different that I've realized is they have so many little stores in a Walmart. Like they have a foot spa place, they have a gift wrapping store, they have a pharmacy, they have an eye place, which in the States they have like eye places and pharmacy, but there's just like random things here too. It's not just those things.
yeah, I find it funny because in the tea aisle they have like people there to, I don't know, help you
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever you need.
There's just random people and random aisles that are just
Saleswomen.
ready to help you.
And they're like, there's more than one. So I'm like, you don't need
Yeah.
2 people like standing by a very small
Talking
tea
you down.
section. Yeah.
Yeah, there was in the shampoo area. There was this lady that was like, "I have the shampoo for you." And I was like, I'm all set, but thank you.
That's so funny. All right, we do have a couple more questions for you, Swifties. One is, we wanted to ask, and feel free to share the story. You don't have to, but if you would like. We wanted to ask, what was one thing that was difficult or just hard to adjust to when you guys first got here to Costa Rica? Because you had mentioned previously you have had experiences doing missions and all of that. And then, you know, Josh, you were an MK in Lebanon for quite some time, 7 years. And so I really thought it was interesting too when you described the difference between like, well, there's some similarities as far as the warmth, but like, talk to us more about what was hard. And sorry, now I'm like, that's kind of 2 things, but
Take it away.
take it away.
Yeah, lots of questions.
This is why we don't have a podcast. I'm not a good podcaster.
Yeah, I think prices was one of the things that was shocking. Sticker price for like food and stuff it's a lot more expensive than I feel like I was used to in the States or anticipated and such. I think knowing and kind of going into it, I think just acclimating to a city and city life is very different from where we were for the past 3 years. So just reacclimating to what city life is like, the level of sound, noise, movement, and just like general sense of safety for sure. There's definitely a lot more going on here than we were used to. We definitely had, I guess you could say, drama with neighbors and stuff like that going on where we lived previously, but it was a lot more known. You knew who your neighbors were. You knew who the ones were that were struggling with issues, and so it wasn't. Whereas there's a lot of unknown. I think that was probably our biggest thing initially. The first month was just all the unknowns, and just kind of dealing with that. You have anything you want to add to that?
Do you want to share some of the story? Do you want to?
So
You don't have to. Yeah, you could talk about
I think it would be a good plug for your guys' channel. That
Yeah,
who wants to hear
so-
the story.
Yeah.
we have a fun story of our first week in
It was like day 3 of us living here.
yeah, first week being here. We have a video all on that, and the topic is fear, and just kind of fear of the unknown. And maybe I'll just give a quick trailer. Like, we were a teaser. We were very new to the area. We didn't know a whole lot. We didn't know anybody really, and we had just arrived like 3 days previous, and we didn't really know what our surroundings were, and so it was just trying to reacclimate to this area, or trying to acclimate to this area for the first time, and just not, the unknown was where we were. I don't know. I'm losing my trail of thought.
We had school today, guys. Give us
Yeah,
grace.
my brain is about-
And it's also Monday.
and we haven't eaten lunch.
And y'all stayed at Leo's way later.
Yeah,
So
This is true.
yeah, oh my gosh, we left so last night, really quick, we had a group where we play games, we like share testimonies, we sing worship songs, and we did it all in Spanish, but we were playing games, and me and Brian bounced at like 10:30 because I was like so tired, I didn't have a nap that day, and they stayed way longer, and Leo texts us at like midnight, and I was like, geez, I was like, y'all probably left so late, so I can imagine how tired you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, mushy brain.
So we'll just give a little snippet of the story.
Or just go watch it on
So
our
basically, I don't know.
This is totally how Brian and I communicate too.
Yeah.
He's
Do we
like,
share
let's
it?
have this idea.
channel. It's better if you just watch it. It's
Okay,
more
yeah,
fun.
we'll put it. We'll
I'm not
link
gonna
it.
spoil it.
We'll
Yeah.
link it to
No spoilers.
their coffees with the Swifts, and then you can see it. It's their latest one, and Josh is like a really good editor in videos, and
I'm
so
more articulate when I can edit myself.
he's that was his job. So, and Brian and I are fans of
Biggest supporters.
them. Yeah, we're their biggest fans.
I got a
There-
question.
Okay, Brian
Yeah.
has a question. Oh, really quick before, I really want to say something, because you had said something earlier, Josh, about how there's a lot going on here in the city, and we've heard from a lot of people too that, you know, there's a lot of theft and like all this stuff, and so we knew that going in as well, like for Brian and I. But already, I wanted to share, since we've lived here, we've already gotten our hubcaps stolen from this vehicle, and we don't know when that happened. We tried to look at video footage. We think it may have been when we were parked outside someone's house. And then, so they stole our hubcaps, and then there's like a piece of our roof rack that's like black, right? It's part of our roof rack. And the plastic is gone. And we just realized this like a couple months ago, and we're like, was somebody trying to steal our roof rack, or like some plastic? I don't even know. But yeah, like they will steal anything. And oh, also, we went to the car wash, and every vehicle, it's like law, you have to have some type of like safety kit or like emergency kit in your vehicle. And Brian forgot to take it out, and so that also got stolen. And that was like $40 at Walmart, and so we had to rebuy another one. But anyways, yes, there's a lot going on, and we have already been stolen from several times, so just wanted to share that, but that's truth.
All right, final question for the 4 of you that are watching, because I get the YouTube analytics and it says the average watcher stays on for 4 minutes. So, hi mom, hi dad, whoever's left watching.
And Megan and Brent, they probably watch.
Yeah. My question is what advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about moving overseas or preparing for missions, in your guys' experience? Sorry, I'm making you dig deep with
It's
this
a deep question.
non.
And we have not prepared them for any of
Yeah,
these guys.
this is all on the fly.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to mind was not setting expectations, because when you move to a foreign country, and for us, I don't know if we set any expectations, but when you move to a new place, like literally none of them are gonna I don't even know.
Yeah. None of it's going to
Yeah.
pan out.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think also know that, yeah, with those expectations not having strong expectations towards stuff is also just being flexible with the fact that most times when you move to an area, and especially with missions, you're coming in with a lot of like energy of like, we're gonna hit the ground running and this is all like, but it takes a process to like reacclimate, like to acclimate to an area.
Yeah. Just 5 minutes, so.
Yeah.
So in the process of trying to move somewhere, you have to have a grace period for yourself to just get used to living somewhere. So,
Yeah.
and that takes, I think, 2 to 3 months. And so I think we're finally at a place where we're starting to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
We had an interesting experience recently. So we went to the beach with you guys to Puerto Viejo.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right?
Puerto Viejo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I don't know if we've fully acclimated at this point or not to where we live, because coming back from that trip, it was weird, this weird kind of dual mindset of like, oh, we're back, but where's back? Like,
Yeah.
we're home. Wait, is this home? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this feels like home yet. So it was this weird kind of like,
Yeah.
we're back from a trip, but we're still here.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely have felt that too before, like traveling and coming back to like our apartment. Like, it's going to be weird when we go back for Christmas and then come back to be like, oh, we're going back home.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It's, interesting. But really quick, because we're almost here, Price Mart, touch a little bit, Josh, on the difference between the culture where you lived in Lebanon versus here.
Sure. So I grew up in the Middle East. I grew up in Lebanon. And in Lebanon, culturally, and I think going off of maybe the video that she was referencing to, and then even the petty theft and all that, you don't see a whole lot of that, at least in Lebanon, and at least when I was living in Lebanon. Most of the strife that you see and is more like a tribal situation. So like, if you have any political ties, that's where you might be in danger, or if they see you as a pawn in some political agenda, then that's where you might have danger. But outside of that, it's very much a safe place to live, besides getting in between two clashing groups. So so most of the danger that you run into in the Middle East is generally, at least where I was living in Lebanon, was between two parties. And if you had something to do with that, that's where you might have been a target. So the main question that was kind of going on in the back of people's minds when they interacted with us as Americans are they spies? That was their main question that they had. And so if you could prove, no, I don't have any political ties, I'm not spying on you, and I'm just a missionary, and it wasn't some like religious threat either too. That's like, that would be the other aspect where they might see some threat is religiously. But just you as an individual, if they saw you walking down in the middle of the night alone, you're not going to be threatened by them. It would take a pretty desperate person to mess with you. So most times cities at nights were pretty safe for the most part, whereas here it's more individually you have issues. So it's more like America.
Yeah. And then one thing too I'm going to add that you told us is like, one thing that doesn't feel very different is that in the Middle East, people are extremely hospitable and they kind of linger and hang out for a really long time. And like you were saying in orientation before starting school, you were like, oh, that sounds just great, because like that's something that you're used to, and that's something that here a lot of people we'll invite you in for cafecita and like stay for hours and hours and just talk and like hang out. And for us Americans, you know, we have our schedule. We're like, okay, let's like meet for like an hour and then, you know, move on. And here, like, it's kind of similar, right, to Lebanon.
It's very similar. And so that's in the way that they were trying to prep the Americans, like, hey, don't have strong expectations or try to do this or whatever. Like, this is an annoyance that a lot of us have, is the fact that this and this and this, they're not very time oriented. For me, I was like, oh, this sounds like home. So
Yeah.
So that was one area where it was actually very I don't know, like similar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Cool. All right, we are here, Rachel. We we did prep them for this one. So, as you guys know, the four of the people who stay all the way till the end of the videos, we
Special few of you.
yeah, we typically end with a Bible verse or something that God's been speaking to us lately. And so Rachel has something to share, and then we will peace out.
Yeah. So Ephesians 2, that whole chapter, I'm not going to read it, obviously, but
In Spanish. Just kidding.
yeah, I just read it a lot over this past summer, and it kind of helped me prep for missions, and I love it a lot. So I'll read Ephesians 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. And so, yeah, I just encourage you guys to read the full chapter, and yeah, I really like it a lot.
We are all prepared for good works.
Amen.
Amen.
Thanks for tuning in.
see ya.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.